Tragedy striking a group of California skiers swept away in an avalanche. See the response following the deaths of at least 8 skiers. And then archaeologists unveiling some interesting finds from Utah's ancient past. Learn what parts of Utah's history you could see later tonight. Of course, this and more on KSL Today. Thanks for joining us. I'm Brian Carlson.
Welcome on in on this Thursday morning. I'm Tamara Vite. A lot to get to this morning. I know, Brian, you are watching an incident out there in Tooele. Kind of a messy commute there.
Could not be worse.
All right, we'll see. Check in with you in just a moment. But let's check in with Matt Johnson right now. See how the weather conditions are after yesterday's storm, where some spots got missed. And yeah, so how are we doing this morning?
Yeah, it's tough. Some got missed and some really got.
You're going to get some love there, too. No love this morning here in Tooele County. Big issue this morning, getting worse by the minute. Here's what's going on. You have a crash in Lake Point on I-80 headed east towards Salt Lake City. This is the worst possible spot. You're trying to be able to get all that traffic from Tooele on SR 36, and then everyone from the West Desert comes in here to this crash, and it's just a parking lot there right now. 2 cars involved, 1 rolled over at least. We told the Highway Patrol trying to reopen this in the next maybe 45 minutes. But so far, it has not moved but 1 lane right here. And all the backups beyond that, stretching for at least a mile or more. The drive times from this are just horrendous. So you look at, let's say, Ogden, right? Provo, Tooele right here, nearly 100 minutes, an hour and a half or more just to get past that crash this morning. You're going to have to make some other arrangements. It will slow everyone down from Tooele County trying to get into Salt Lake County. Tamara.
Brian, thank you for that heads up. Well, canceled.
And then Salt Lake County Search and Rescue now raising the alarm about avalanche danger. They're encouraging everyone headed to the mountains to play it safe the next few days. Now, as avalanche danger continues to rise, as more people head up the canyon, they say there's a very real risk of getting someone seriously injured or killed. You head into the backcountry, they say go prepared with the right equipment and never go alone. And then turning to a high-profile social media trial, accusing major companies of making their platforms addictive and harmful. Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg took the stand to testify for the first time. Now, at the core of Zuckerberg's testimony were questions about what Meta knew about the potential risk to young people and whether it did enough to reduce them. Meta denies the allegations and says it's implemented numerous measures to safeguard young users. All right, and then just a matter of hours, an exhibit is opening up uncovering Utah's Wild West past. Archaeologists involved had already shared their findings to a packed house. And this time, they have even more to show off.
News specialist Tyrese Boone live this morning in Salt Lake City with a bit of a preview. What can people expect to see, Tyrese?
News. Back to you guys in the studio.
Looks pretty interesting. Thank you much, Tyrese. And then a member of the royal family arrested only hours ago. The former Prince Andrew taken away in handcuffs over new information in the Epstein files.
This is now the second Olympic Games to take place in Cortina, Italy, and there are still several people around who remember the first.
Yeah, those first games were held back in 1956. Olympic specialist Mike Anderson talked with an alpine skier who's set to compete there in his hometown. Joins us live this morning from Italy. This is a really interesting story here, Mike. And we'll be cheering her on. All right, maybe with our usual snow, we would be seeing some more similarities between Utah and Cortina this time of year. But the skiing conditions aren't the only thing that are tying our 2 landscapes. Both Olympic venue cities have been the backdrop for some popular blockbuster films. From High School Musical here in Utah to For Your Eyes Only there in Cortina. There seems to be a bit of a tie between the host cities and cinema. Now, though the movies haven't been as profitable in Italy, we do know that James Bond still has evil to fight there with a stay at the Miramonte Hotel.
Not before. Very memorable.
The snow will bring out all sorts of things here, Matt.
Yeah, I mean, it brings out the skiers, it brings out the snow lovers. And, you know, some of us got skipped on this storm, unfortunately. But pretty big totals up on the mountaintop.
All right, keep those storms coming. Thank you much, Matt. We've got some problems out this morning on your morning commute. One big one here this morning is in Tooele County. So I-80 headed east. You've got a crash here in the right-hand lanes. 2 cars involved. One of them's on its top. Now, because of that, long line of backups, huge delays. So this is coming in here, I-80 eastbound, just after you would get on from SR 36 from Tooele, trying to get to Salt Lake City. So I'll show you the drive times through this area, and they've been really problematic throughout the entire morning. 90 minutes here in Tooele. That's just eclipsing anything that we've seen so far on a normal morning. So be aware, this will really slow you down. And that's not the only crash. A new crash just popped up on 215 right here near the mouth of Big Cottonwood Canyon. So unconfirmed reports that a trooper may have been hit in this area, but you can see traffic down to one lane trying to get around this crash. This is 215 Eastern Belt, just before you get off to 6400 South to get onto the mouth of Big Cottonwood Canyon to go up to the ski resorts. A lot of snowy conditions through this area. This down to 5 miles an hour. Be aware this crash will also slow you down this morning, especially with everyone headed up to the resorts. Tamara?
Ryan.
And then one Utah teacher's love for her students earning her a cash prize. Hear her selfless hope to continue helping students with those winnings.
Looking now for the good this morning, Shawnee McFadden from Knowlton Elementary was surprised with this year's Heidi Martin Mighty Heart Educator of Excellence Award.
Yeah, you love this. It's given to teachers who stand out for their heart, their dedication, and excellence in the classroom.